Your fingerprint dances over mine, leaving deep imprints, a strong grip, strong footprints of what has been on me. Your fingerprint remains. Within each line there is a whiff of possibility of what could have been. Each fingerprint smeared and greasy, uncleanable, unsmudgeable, immovable on me. Change is possible. Change protects, it's needed and it's wanted, but change can only happen when that grip is released. When our fingerprints leave, when the dance changes beat, when our feet dance to a different tune, can they leave? Can it change? Did my fingerprint dance over you? Am I traceable? Imprinted? Change is possible, but does the imprint and the impact remain? Are fingerprints important? Were we important? Did we and do we make as big of an impact as we thought, or are we just small fingerprints on a glass continuously covered up, wiped off, forgotten, replaced over and over again by more fingerprints of those that think they can influence change? Can fingerprints change the world?
I present myself to you. It is a gift. I present you a gift. It is me. I present you through what you take from me.
Hello. I'm Gail Jones. Yeah. I'm 33, and I suppose you don't need to know that. Sorry. So I grew up in a. Sorry, could you repeat the question, please? Yeah, thank you. Okay. I'm applying for this job. Why I'm applying for the job? I'm applying for this job because I think that it could be like a great it could be a great experience for you. We could all benefit from. Well, I've been doing this my whole life, you see, and of course not my whole life, but a long time. And I know it's not. I guess it could be considered irrelevant, but I know it's not what you technically look for in a tech company, but I
present myself to you.
Say it.
Say it. Say it.
Say it.
Say it. Say it. Just say it.
Say it. Alright, do it.
Say it.
Just say it.
Say it.
Say it.
Just say it.
Say it.
Just say it.
Say it. Please do it. Say it. Please do it.
Say it.
Say it.
Just do it.
Say it.
Say it.
Say it.
Say it.
Say
Just
it.
do it.
Say it. Do it. Say it.
Say it.
Just say it.
Say it.
Do it.
Say it.
Say it.
Be quiet. Be quiet. Be quiet. Be quiet. Be quiet. It is me. I present you through what you take from me.
Hello.
Hiya.
Hiya.
Hi.
I'm just so lost right now.
You need some drive, a goal. Where do you see yourself in 30 years?
I see myself with a beard.
No, like having a secure job or travelling around Europe.
To learn how to fly a kite.
To start a family.
Be on top of my mental health.
Running a marathon or a half.
To keep in contact with the friends that have moved away. To survive.
To feel confident in one body.
To make it to Hollywood.
To create something that will outlive me.
To own the right amount of cats.
Getting there.
To be happy.
To be happy.
Are you in or are you out? I'm out. I'm out. Just wait and see.
Shut up!
That's a swear word.
Well, my mum says it to my dad all the time.
The beat of a heart. Ba-boom, ba-boom. An invisible, silent, yet thunderous thump. Continuously beating. Irregular, regular rhythms that dance in my body. Creating movement with each strike. Pumping adrenaline through my frail veins. It slows. Stopping in time. I am stopped in time. The beat is not once what it was. We are now slow dancing to different rhythms. The past creeps in and takes my hand. We stop. Ba-boom. Ba-boom. No longer in sync, yet we are one. Our fingerprints lighten as they fade into darkness, and our connection weakens. The beat of our hearts is no more.
There's no such word as can't.
What?
Don't push the button. Don't push the button. Don't push the button. Don't push the button.
Stop pressing the button.
Don't press the button.
Don't press the button.
No, don't press that button.
Don't press the button. Don't press the button.
Don't press.
Don't.
The definition of fingerprints. Like the glint in your eye, they speak of you. An impression or mark made, as obvious as any tag, the signature in an artist's painting. On a surface by a person's fingertip. Touch gives it sign meaning, making it physical, written and printed. A different tip of the tongue shouting your name. Able to be used for identifying individuals. Individuality can feel like thirst in a desert, unquenchable and a constant chase to satisfy, especially in a modern world where originality is the currency. It takes you back to serene flesh, your body's reminder no one could be you. From the unique pattern of whorls to the unmatchable swirls of our galaxy, each particle like a star burning hot, collected as a constellation perfectly placed to consolidate who your body made you to be. Whirling DNA and lines on the fingertips. Like that full notebook where you've practiced with flair about 1,000,000 times, sometimes with your name and sometimes with others, only one fits. A distinctive, identifying characteristic. Fingerprints.
my pocket, where you cannot see, I keep a key, tucked between my middle and index finger. This is a lesson that my mother taught me. It is a necessity to be safe. You see, when you shout at me and catcall me and tell me I would be pretty if only I smiled for a while to hide my dissatisfaction because boys will be boys and not held accountable for their actions, I want to run with the wind and dance through the trees. Your rules, they just mean nothing to me. I will not shave my legs. I will not conform. I will not do as you say just to fit in with the norms, this social rulebook that you have curated with its do's and its don'ts. Forget it. I hate it.
Gender equality is a constitutional right, and generalisations about the way women are, estimates of what is appropriate for most women, no longer justify denying the opportunity to women whose talent and capacity place them outside of the average description. Women belong in all places where decisions are being made, and we should each be free to develop whatever they may
Women
be, not be
should
held
be.
back by artificial barriers.
Women should be in all positions where decisions are being made, and that includes the Supreme Court. If one woman is being replaced by another, why is that a problem? That is a step towards equality, towards a positive future for this country.
I am worried that under your rule, people are terrified of their rights and their safety being stripped away, especially those of the LGBTQ+ community. If same-sex marriage became the law of the land, all of the incentives, all of the benefits that marriage affords would still be available. So you're not taking anything away from heterosexual couples. They would still have the very same
I was never
incentives.
planning on taking anything away from heterosexual couples. I was not planning on taking anything away from homosexual couples. I am not coming into this situation with an agenda. I've made that clear many times. My only agenda here is justice. And if you were coming into this position with an agenda to support one group of people over another, maybe you should not have been in this position. Maybe you should not have been appointed.
I highly disagree with that, and I am also scared for those women who are terrified that they will no longer be able to have abortions because of your beliefs. When a state severely limits access to safe and legal procedures, women in desperate circumstances may resort to unlicensed rogue practitioners at great risk to their health and safety, and the decision whether or not to bear a child is central to a woman's life, to her well-being and her dignity. It is a decision that she must make herself.
That is what you decided. What your Supreme Court decided, Roe v. Wade, when your Supreme Court was appointed, when you had to come to that decision, that is the fingerprint that you left on the American justice system. But when the president, the man who has been chosen by millions to be the moral center of this country, decides to appoint someone new, that is the fingerprint that he leaves. That is not what one man has decided. That is what America has decided. And if that's the way it is, that is the way that it will be.
Values are like fingerprints. Nobody's are the same, but you leave them all over everything you do. You place your hand on the warm mug and you sip in thought, responding with your opinion to the person that's sat across, leaving them wondering if they maybe think the same, while leaving your small patterns as a reminder unseen. So while I sit staring at my hands, unable to comprehend how many prints are lying around, I think about how different I am to you and just how much we impact on each other.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Diversity in Feminist Literature panel. I'll be your host, Albert Von White. Joining us today is Campbell Strait.
Hello.
And George Mann.
Pleasure to be here. Pleasure.
Yes. Power to the people.
So the way that this will work is we will be reading little sections of our work and then just open up the fields in the comment box to some sorry, look at me there, to some questions.
Sounds great, Albert.
Yes.
Ah, ah.
To the people.
So, one thing that I've put my heart and soul into is my debut novel. She dines when she wants, but never after 8.
Incredibly powerful.
I was staring into 2 of the most beautifully shaped breasts the world has ever seen. They were full and round, and using the standard measure, 3.5 milliboobs per handful.
Beautiful passage.
True artistry. The creation of the word milliboobs specifically.
Thank you. That actually that reminds me. If anyone here hasn't signed the petition yet to make milliboob a nationally recognised unit of volume, you only have until next week to do so. We still need many thousand signatures, so please.
Those petition sites. The important stuff always gets drowned out.
I'd love to share a piece from my collection of spoken word pieces titled, "Is that your water breaking, or are you just happy to see me?" Either way, gross.
Power to the people.
I did not pause to analyze the psychology of the pregnant woman. It had not occurred to me that pregnancy was a complete paradox. It was paradoxical in only the female of the species could perform this amazing feat while perhaps being less physiologically prepared for it other than a male would have been. No woman enjoys the sight of sagging breasts and bulging stomachs, no matter how maternal their urge. Thank you.
Riveting stuff.
Saggy boobies ain't so groovy.
Bulging stomachs make me clinically depressed.
Quite. And the point of that piece is, of course, give your seat to the pregnant woman on the train.
Absolutely.
Common courtesy.
She'll be already having such a hard time with looking so deeply unsettling.
Me next. I'd like to share a segment from my erotica novel, I Am Woman.
And the protagonist really is
woman.
Completely.
That's what I was aiming for.
Well, bullseye.
The cold air made my hair stand up from the roots, the way my nipples stood erect. Every follicle on my arms and legs becoming a tiny clitoris, and every cell of me awake and alert at rigid attention.
Just chilling.
Truly haunting to imagine such an alarming number of clitorises.
Can you imagine?
I could not.
Truly thought-provoking stuff.
My thoughts are provoked.
Well, I think it's time to go into the chat box and take some questiones. Let me just check participants. Lads, it seems like nobody else is here.
That's peculiar.
Technical difficulties. Surely.
Surely.
Yes, power to the people.
Well, while we're here, I'd like maybe share something I'm currently working on.
Yes, please.
Well, it is a memoir talking about how men need to think about their actions. Thinking of calling it Menopause.
Yes, power to the people.
once was a mask that was wearing a man. It was taking over his life. The weight of this mask kept him grounded. His cover-up was his strife. It guided his steps, led him to his death. Before the mask he was nothing, and now there's nothing left.
There is a woman who sits on a hill which lies in a place of her own creation. Behind her lies a town of orange and red and grey. A town in which freedom has been stripped away. A town that lies silently terrified, waiting for something. Anything. There's a crack in the town right where the sun vanishes. The crack where she made her escape. An escape that she entered into unwillingly but with no other choice. She sits on a hill facing forward, facing the unknown. An unknown that she can create and mould for herself. An unknown away from the authority she clung to for so long. The authority that dismantled her piece by piece until there was barely anything left. But just enough for her to see behind the illusion.
Do you ever feel that unexpected burn when someone says something to you? The midpoint of an entirely mundane conversation, a tiny detail added out of innocence which just turns all the red lights on. And suddenly anything else they may have offered you in flattery has dissolved. As you try to make sense of how you suddenly hurt more than those countless rows you've had with your family that are almost instantly forgotten. That's not what Heather looks like. 12 years ago, and still a mild change in inflection of my best friend's voice pangs in my chest as I remember her distaste for my recent craft project for the classroom display. She can list thousands she has on me, and I her. She was right though. I know what Heather looks like now.
Hiya. Oh, what? What is your background?
Yeah, I'm being silly. Hello. Yeah.
Oh, what was that?
I don't even know. There's so many of them. Like backgrounds, fourth row bridge.
Fancy,
got me.
fancy. Oh, look at you. Nice one. I
Fun.
didn't think you could do that.
How are you anyway?
I'm alright. How are you?
Good. Even better now after finding those filters. Oh, Sasha.
Hi.
You dyed your hair.
No, this is not good. They're definitely going to think I dyed my hair because I had a breakdown in lockdown.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mess. I done it last week.
No, I think you really suit it. It's really nice.
Yeah, 100% it suits you.
Oh, thanks.
Mikey, are you still working at TGI's?
Nah, I've got a few. Well, I mean, yeah, but I've got a few other acting job lined up, so just keeping me busy just now. Shit, they're gonna think that I'm not even good in that. Acting is just a hobby and that I'm not good enough for it, and that's why I have to work in TGI Fridays, because I can't get any acting jobs and I'm not gonna go anywhere in the acting world.
Saw that short film you were in, it looks so good.
Yeah, I can't wait to see your next projects and like all that other stuff that you're doing.
Yeah, thank you. Just, something to keep the bills paying.
Yeah.
Rachel, I see you having a man.
Oh yeah, I saw that Insta actually.
He looks so tall.
I swear to God, if someone mentions my height one more time.
Yeah, he's quite tall.
You guys look happy together.
Yeah, you look like a good match.
Aw, thanks guys. Can't wait for you to meet him.
You can't do anything. Nobody likes you. They're not your friends. They're not your friends. Nobody likes you. No one wants to be your friend. Nobody likes you. Nobody likes you. Nobody likes you.
Not long left now till we're all out again.
Yes.
Cannot wait.
I can't wait till I can see you all and just like, you guys have.
I know, I miss you so much.
Yeah,
I'm so
same.
excited.
Aww. It'll be such
Been
a
nice speaking to you all.
Yeah, it's been so nice chatting.
Yeah, it's been really nice chatting to you.
Mikey, you should show us your backgrounds again.
Yes, please
yes.
do. What did I miss when I came on? These were laughing and...
Right, you'll like this, because watch.
What is it?
Back in the filters. So, boom. Told you that the job
Is that
going well.
you? Is
That's
that
me.
you?
That's me.
Impressive.
That's me in disguise when I'm in the streets.
Whoa, very
You're like James Bond.
How embarrassing. How embarrassing. How embarrassing. How embarrassing.
How embarrassing. How embarrassing. How embarrassing. How embarrassing. What a snowflake you are. What a snowflake you are. What a snowflake. Everyone can see you. Everyone can see you. Everyone can see you.
Everyone can see you. Everyone can see you. Everyone can see you. Everyone can see you.
What a snowflake you are.
Why can't you just be normal? Why can't you just be normal?
Why can't you just be normal? Why can't you just be normal? Everyone can see you.
Why can't you just be normal? Why can't you just be normal?
Why can't you just be normal? Why can't you just be normal? Why can't you just be normal? Why can't you just be normal? You aren't fooling anyone. You aren't fooling anyone. You aren't fooling anyone.
You aren't fooling anyone. You aren't fooling anyone. You aren't fooling
How
anyone.
embarrassing. How embarrassing.
System loading. Select your avatar. Player 1, load in. Player 2, load in. Player 3, load in. Player 4, load in. Stage 1. You should brush your teeth after eating sweets. You should look both ways before crossing the road. You should eat carrots to see in the dark. You should smile. You should have fun. You should play. You should enjoy yourself. Stage 1 completed. Congratulations. Stage 2, reset. Player 1, load in. Player 2, load in. Player 3, load in. Player 4, load in. Stage 2. You should consider the consequences of your actions. You should get a job. You should start acting your age. You should be successful. You should get your head down. You should work hard. You should start a family. You should get a mortgage. You should pay your bills. You should be independent. You should consider the consequences of your actions. You should get a job. You should start acting your age. You should be successful. You should get your head down. You should work hard. You should start a family. You should get a mortgage. You should pay your bills. You should be independent. You should consider the consequences of your actions. You should get a job. You should start acting your age. You should be successful. You should get your head down. You should work hard. You should start a family. You should get a mortgage, pay your bills, be independent. Buffering, 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 buffering. Computer does not recognize. Buffering, buffering. Stage 2, incompleted. Stage 2, incompleted. System reload. System reload. System reload. System reload. Program does not compute. Buffering, buffering. System does not compute. Stage 2. Stage 2. System does not compute. Buffering, 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 buffering. Program reload. System reset. System malfunction. Shutting down, shutting down, shutting down.
Courage has gone out of our race. Perhaps we never really had it.
People are afraid of themselves. People are afraid of themselves. People are afraid of nowadays. They've forgotten the highest of all. They've forgotten the highest of all. They've forgotten the highest duty, the one all.
His virtues are not real to him. His sins, if there are such things, are borrowed.
He becomes an echo of someone else, an actor of a part that has not been written for him.
His virtues are not real to him. His sins, if there are such things as sins, are borrowed.
No other activities. There was something terribly enthralling in the exercise of influence. No other activity was like it.
People are afraid of themselves nowadays. They've forgotten the highest of all duties.
There was something terribly enthralling in
the exercise of influence. No other activity was like it.
Through what you take from
I fly over the sky, wondering why we're all going the same way.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I sigh and wonder why we aren't all living in space.
Sometimes when I'm in McDonald's, I wait until nobody's looking, and then I stick my hand inside the straw dispenser and touch all the straws.
The rain felt comforting as the tiny droplets splashed my skin. Each one on a journey to the ground, stopped by me, soaking into my clothes, sliding my skin. Would it be so bad if I lay down for a minute, in the middle of the road, and spread my limbs, all of the space I can, which is not much. In comparison to the vast size of the live on. galaxy system, the universe in which we the space of dust. But right now, I feel big.
For fingerprints to be made, there must be contact. Little contact and it's barely there. More like a smudge. More contact, more significance, a full imprinted fingerprint. A relationship. And your fingerprint is big. Kind of like the ones you try to rub off your phone screen, but it only leaves a bigger mark. Not that I'm trying to rub you off my phone screen or anything, me being the screen. I'm not. At least, I don't think I am. Maybe sometimes I am. I guess your fingerprint confuses me. I can see it. It's there. It's definitely of significance. I just don't know what for. I guess what I'm saying is, I've took your fingerprint for something else. Something I'm not sure your fingerprint should be.